Hello, I'm Mrs. Sapp, and today we will be reviewing a first grade math lesson over addition story problems. We're going to use all of the addition facts and strategies that we've learned in previous lessons, put it all together, and apply it to story problems. Before we get started, let's get our mind and our body calm, alert, and ready to learn. We're going to do some yoga poses today. Yoga poses are great to get your mind ready and your body loosened up. So here we go. We're going to start off with something called the mountain pose. For the mountain pose, you're going to put your legs shoulder width apart. Mountains are strong and sturdy and tall. You're going to put your arms out to the side with your palms facing out. And you're going to put your chin up nice and tall. You are a strong, sturdy mountain that can't be moved. We're going to take 2 deep breaths while in this pose. In through your nose and out through your mouth. 1, 2. You are a strong mountain. The next pose we're going to get into is called the warrior pose. Warriors are very strong as well, and they're mighty. They're not afraid of anything. We're going to be strong warriors. For this one, you're going to put one leg out in front. It doesn't matter which one. You're going to put one leg out in front, and this is the one you're going to bend. The one in the back, make sure you're keeping it nice and straight. Then whichever leg is out in front, you're going to take that same arm and put it straight out. And the leg in the back, that's the arm you're going to put out to the back. And you're going to keep your chin up like a strong warrior. While in this pose, we're going to take 2 deep belly breaths, in through our nose and out through our mouth. 1, 2. We are a strong warrior. Now we're going to do warrior 2. You're going to keep your legs exactly where they are. Don't move them. The only thing we're going to move are our arms, and you're going to put them straight up to the sky for victory. And you are going to put your chin up, looking toward the sky. You are a strong warrior. From this pose, we're going to take 2 deep breaths in and out. Here we go. 1, 2. You are a strong, mighty warrior. Our next pose is called the tree pose. Our feet are going to be the roots, our legs are the trunk of the tree, and our arms are going to be the branches. For this one, you're going to need a little bit of balance. So if you're a little bit wobbly, that's okay. Trees sometimes sway in the wind. So what we're going to do for this one is start with the branches. You're going to stretch them up nice and tall and go palm to palm. A nice tall tree. Then you're going to choose one leg to put up by your knee. It doesn't matter which one. And if you start to get wobbly, that's okay. You can hold on to a chair or a table, something around you. So here we go, arms up nice and tall, deep breath in and out. Bring up that leg and try to balance. You are a nice rooted tree in the ground. We are going to end back in our mountain pose. Mountains are strong and sturdy. Again, legs shoulder width apart, arms out to the side, palms out, chin up. Let's take 2 deep belly breaths. 1, 2. Great job. Now I think we're ready to move forward with our addition story problems. Our objectives for today are: I can solve real-world math problems, including addition, within 20. I can use different strategies to solve real-world addition problems. The strategies we're going to be using today shouldn't be new. We've used them in previous lessons. And also, with addition facts, all we're going to do is apply it to a word problem. So the only thing that's going to be new is the story problem itself and how to break it apart. Make sure you have your packet ready. We will be on day 5. It should say day 5 at the top. And our key word for today is dinosaur. If you don't have a packet, that's okay. Grab a piece of paper and something to write with so you can follow along with me as we solve these problems. Before we get started, let's watch a video. It has a dinosaur in it. Again, your clue word is dinosaur. This is math learning for kids.
Hello, boys and girls. How are you doing today? Great! I am here with my pet dinosaur Rexy to learn about word problems and addition. I have a problem that I could use your help with. Will you help me? Thank you so much. Let's go over and take a look. Rexy, please don't eat the slide. Rexy, down boy, down. Oh man, not again. Word problems are just math problems that tell a story. So today we're going to read a story with a math problem and see if we can find some different ways to show the problem. This is our problem, and it says, 3 people go to a picnic in cars. 2 more people go to the picnic on bikes. There are 5 people all together at the picnic. Now I was told it is always a good idea to read it twice to make sure I understand what is going on in the story. Let's read it again. 3 people go to a picnic in cars. 2 more people go to the picnic on bikes. There are 5 people all together at the picnic. I need to make a math equation from this, but first, let's see if we can draw a picture that goes with this math problem. It says there were 3 people that went to the picnic in cars. Now I do not have time to draw people, but there is a way to make it shorter. We are going to use circle drawings because it will go much faster. I am going to draw 3 circles for the 3 people who went to the picnic in cars. Then it tells us that 2 more people went to the picnic on bikes. I am going to put a break apart line right here to separate the people who went in cars from the people who went in bikes. There were 2 people who went on bikes, so we have 2 circles for those people. Now we have a picture that tells us a little bit about the story. We have the 3 circles on the left that show 3 people went in cars, and on the right we have the 2 circles showing the people who went on bikes. If I count each one of these, I will find out that there were 5 people in all who went to the picnic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe that is correct, but I need to write a math equation that goes with my word problem and my picture. If you do not know already, an equation is a math sentence. So let's go ahead and write an equation. We had 3 people who went to the picnic in cars, and we had 2 people that went on bikes. I want to know how many there are together, so I will put a plus sign in the middle to add these together. I will also put an equal sign because all good math sentences usually have an equal sign. So if I add these together, I know that there are 5 people who went to the picnic. Here is our equation. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Great job, kids! If you look, you can see that I have words that tell the story, I have a picture that tells the story, and now I have numbers or an equation that tells the story for this problem.
That's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be reading words, deciphering what it's trying to tell us, draw a picture to go with it, an equation, and use different strategies. But before we can jump into addition story problems, we need to look at clue words that tell us we might be adding. A story problem won't tell you, you're gonna be adding, or you're going to be subtracting. You've got to be a detective and look for clue words that tell you what operation to use. So here we have words like total, join, both, increase, altogether, sum, plus, in all, and add. The main ones that we're going to be focusing on today, and the majority that you're going to be seeing as you enter the second grade, will be total, combined, in all, and altogether. So let's practice. I'm going to read this story problem out loud. I want you to think of what's important in this story problem. And it's always good to read the story problem twice so you can really visualize what's going on. Here we go. Kelly went to the store and bought 7 chocolate bars. Her friend Amber went with her and bought 6 chocolate bars. How many chocolate bars did the friends buy total? Let's read it again. And this time, I want you to close your eyes and visualize this problem in your mind. Can you see the people in the problem? Can you see what they're doing? Here we go. Kelly went to the store and bought 7 chocolate bars. Her friend Amber went with her and bought 6 chocolate bars. How many chocolate bars did the friends buy total? Now we need to think what's important. There's a lot of words and a lot of things going on right now. So we need to focus on the important details of this problem. On your paper or on your packet, please circle 7 chocolate bars. This represents how much chocolate bars Kelly had. Now let's circle 6 chocolate bars. This represents how many chocolate bars Amber had. Now we need to look for a clue or a key word that tells us if we're adding. We need to be a detective. Do you see a word that lets us know that we need to add? We're going to underline the word. I see total. Total means we're going to bring numbers together. So now that we've gone over this story problem, we know what's important. Let's try to solve it in different ways. We're going to draw a picture, write an equation, and use our number line that we've been using for comparing numbers, adding numbers, and subtracting numbers. These 7 circles represent the candy bars for Kelly. And again, we don't want to spend too much time trying to draw 7 chocolate bars because it will take too long and we want to just get to the root of the problem. Amber bought 6 chocolate bars represented with the yellow circles. So let's write an equation to represent this story problem. Kelly has 7 chocolate bars and Amber has 6. We're going to use a plus sign in the middle because we are joining or combining these numbers together. Our answer is going to get greater. So I could count up all of my circles, but we know that that would take too much time. So let's do the strategy of counting on, where we put the bigger number in our head, 7, and count up 6. So here's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 chocolate bars. But we also can use the number line strategy to check our work. And no matter what strategy you use, you should end up with the same answer. When we use the number line, again, we start with our larger number, 7. And since we're adding, our number is going to get greater, so we're going to move to the right of the number line. We made 6 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We landed on 13. So our answer is 13 chocolate bars. Make sure you label your problem so we know what you're talking about. So again, we showed how to solve this problem with a picture, an equation, and a number line. Let's try another one. I'm going to read this 2 times. Mr. Tom grew vegetables in his garden. He planted 12 carrot plants and 8 pepper plants. How many plants did Mr. Tom grow in all? Now I'm going to read it a second time, and I want you to close your eyes and really visualize this problem. Think about a garden and these plants that are growing. Mr. Tom grew vegetables in his garden. He planted 12 carrot plants and 8 pepper plants. How many plants did Mr. Tom grow in all? Now we need to circle our important information because again, there's a lot of words and a lot going on right here. So on your packet, circle the important information. We should circle 12 carrot plants and 8 pepper plants. Now, do you see a word that lets us know that we need to add or subtract? Let's see how your detective skills are and underline that word. I see in all. In all means we're bringing them together. How many carrot plants and pepper plants we have in all. So let's solve this with different strategies. Again, we're going to draw a picture, write an equation, and also solve with a number line. We are going to draw circles instead of carrots and peppers because it saves us time. We know that he grew 12 carrot plants, which is represented with the 12 orange circles. He also grew some peppers, 8 of them, which is represented with the 8 yellow circles. Let's write an equation that goes along with this. We know that since we use the word in all, we're going to be bringing numbers together, so we're going to be using a plus sign or an addition sign. We have 12 plus 8. Now we could count up all these circles, but again, that would take a lot of time. Let's use the strategy of counting on. Put the greater number in your head, 12, and count up 8. So we have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now let's see if the strategy of the number line matches 20. With our number line, we want to start at the greater number 12 and make 8 jumps. And since we're adding, we'll be going to the right of our number line. Here we started at 12 and made 8 jumps to the right and landed on 20. So our answer is a total of 20 plants in the garden. Don't forget to label it so we know what you're talking about. Now before you try a problem all on your own, let's take a brain break about kindness. So go ahead and sit back and relax.
There once lived a robot as plain as can be, who hated his gym class, as you will see. This sad little robot was the color of red, from the tips of his engines to the top of his head. Now being this color should cause no alarm, but in the same class there were some who liked to cause harm. The blue ones thought they were the best of them all. They played with each other and liked to play ball. They never shared with the little red robot and even went out of their way to tease him. They made fun of his color and said he was dumb. The ball hit him again with a smack on his bum. A situation like this never seemed so bleak, until a new robot showed up that same week. The robot was different in color and size. He was green all around with green glowing eyes. Little Red Robot knew what would happen. Because this robot was different, he would be teased too. And sure enough, the teasing began. They made fun of his color and poked fun at his eyes, but the robot just laughed and said, "That's no surprise. I would expect no better from these types of guys." The green robot left them and happily played, flying round the gym where the red robot stayed. "How could this be?" said the robot in red. "None of their insults got into his head. He does not seem sad or angry or mad. In fact, I would say he appears to be glad. The green robot flew by with a ball. Wait, little green robot, he started to call. Those blue robots were mean, unkind, and unfair, but you go around as if you don't care. Please tell me how you stay so happy when others can be so mean to you. The green robot explained and said with a smile, I know what I'm worth, and I knew all the while. I do not believe anything that they said, so the words had no effect and bounced right off my head. You are worth more than diamonds or gold. You are worth more than fortunes untold. We all come in different shapes, colors, sizes, and more, and kindness is what we all should try for. So remember, my friend, that others may tease, but knowing your true worth will put you at ease. Though I may be small and you may be tall, my question for you is, do you like to play ball? Remember that kindness starts with you. Please share and help others to learn kindness too.
Always remember to be kind to others and also to be kind to yourself. Differences are what make us great. Now let's try a problem on your own. I'm going to read this problem one time, then I want you to read it and circle the important information and underline that key clue word that tells you if we're adding or subtracting. Here we go. Billy was cleaning out his backpack. He found 6 pencils in his front pocket. He then found 9 pens in the backpack pocket. How many items did Billy find combined? Now it's your turn to read this, circle that important information, and underline any clue words you see. Let's see how you did. And again, with real-world math problems, this could happen to anybody. It could happen to you. Instead of it being Billy, it could be you cleaning out your backpack. Let's see what's important. 6 pencils represent what he found in his front pocket. You should have also circled 9 pens, which represent what was found in his back pocket. Let's see if you found that clue word and you were a good detective. We have the word combined. Combined means we're putting these together, the pens and the pencils. How'd you do with that? Now that you know what's important in our story problem, let's solve it. Let's draw a picture. Remember, let's use circles to make it go quicker. Draw a picture to represent the pencils and the pens. Write an equation to go along with it. And also use a number line to double check your work to make sure you got the right answer. So go ahead and take a little bit of time to draw your pictures, write an equation, and check your answer with your number line. Let's look at your pictures first. Let's draw circles to represent the pencils found in the front pocket of the backpack. There are 6 circles. If you don't have different colors to make your circles, that's okay. you can always draw a line to divide them. Now let's draw a picture to represent the pins. You should have drawn 9 pins to represent what he found in his back pocket. Now let's look at the equation that matches our picture. We have 6 pencils and 9 pens, and we're combining them. So our equation is 6 plus 9. We are combining them, that's why we are using the addition symbol. Now let's see what our answer is. Instead of counting up all these dots, let's put the greater number in our head, 9, and count up 6. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 items that he found in his backpack. But now let's check with our number line to make sure we got the same answer. I hope you started at the greater number, 9, and I hope that you moved to the right because our number is getting larger. 6 hops and we landed on 15. So your answer should have been 15 items found in the backpack. I bet you did just great. Now here's an extension activity that you can do at home. I want you to write your own story problem. Be creative with it. Do you want it to be about butterflies, food? It's up to you. But make sure that you include a key word that lets us know that we're adding. You can use in all, combined, total, it's up to you. Also remember to write an equation to go with your story problem. Draw a picture to go with it, and then try to solve your problem, or have somebody in your family or a friend try to solve it. I'm Mrs. Sapp. This was first grade math, addition story problems with different strategies, and your code word is dinosaur.